Morning, friends. Happy Friday. Today is May 8th, 2020, and today at 10 a.m. I'll be hosting a Zoom just to do something fun. We're going to create a Mother's Day craft. It's going to be a little directed drawing by me. Just bring a blank piece of paper and a black marker if you have one. If you do not have a black marker, a pencil is fine. I hope you guys can make it, and I'll see you there. Today in social studies, you're going to be going over pages 23 and 24. So for this lesson, you're going to be learning about American Indians. So for your Jumpstart activity, tell someone what you know about American Indians. Maybe you don't know anything about them. Maybe you have a question that you want to ask instead. Okay, so you're going to read about American Indians in the past and American Indians today who still live throughout the United States. So American Indians have an awesome culture. They have lots of art and storytelling. So you're going to read about that today. And as always, you should be writing for 10 or 15 minutes each day, making sure that you are taking your time when you're writing, going over your capital letters and your periods, making sure you have spaces. Okay, you want to make sure that you're staying up to date with your writing so you're ready for second grade when the time comes. A fun writing activity that you could do today or over the weekend is writing a letter to your mom or your grandmom for Mother's Day, which is on Sunday. Just thanking them because, they've become your teacher over the past few months and they've been taking care of you every day and making sure that you're safe throughout this time. So you definitely want to thank them and give them a special Mother's Day. And that's why I wanted to go on and do a Zoom to make a craft for them if you can join me. For foundations today, you are going to be continuing your work with Magic E, silent E. Remember, Magic E makes the vowel say its name, which makes it a long sound. So you're going to do some work with that. And then on the bottom, same thing here. You're going to add a Magic E to make it a long vowel sound. So you can see here when it's a closed syllable, it says a short sound, k, app, cap. And then when you add that E, it makes the vowel sound long. So it says k, ape, cape, all right, instead. Your sight word today is new. We've never learned this sight word before. This is the sight word none, okay? I have none of your clothes. We have none of the students. So you're going to do some work with that sight word here. For math today, you're going to be putting 3D shapes together to make different objects. So as you can see here, there is two 3D shapes that they put together to make this little tower. Looks almost like a castle tower. And you're going to say, what two shapes did they put together to make that? Well, I could see on the bottom here, it looks like a cylinder because I see it's flat on the top and the bottom. And I see at the top here, this shape, it's flat on the bottom, but it has that point at the top. So that's definitely going to be a cone. So they use the cylinder and a cone here to create this object. Okay, same thing with number 2. What two shapes did they put together to make this long building, right? And you can kind of see here, this is like a little separate. So to me, that looks like a cube, right? So I would circle cube. And then this here, that must be a rectangular prism because it's not a cube, it's longer. All right, this cube is on the end. So they use those two shapes to make that long building. You're going to do the same thing with numbers 3, 4, and 5. For number 3, I could tell you that there is more than just two shapes that they put together to make this object here. And for number 6, it says John wants to combine 6 green cubes to make a bigger cube. Can John do this? Use cubes to help. This one might be a little tricky for you guys because you do not have cubes at home. Usually we have cubes in the classroom that you can do. The important thing about this question, it says to make a bigger cube. Now, in order for something to be a cube, that means that all of the sides have to be equal. So if you put these cubes together and it was longer, that would make it a rectangular prism, not a cube. So in this instance, when you have 6 cubes, you could make it into a bigger cube. All right, you don't really need to explain. You could try and draw a picture if you need to, but if you guys need to skip over number 6, that is totally fine with me, okay, because it is a little challenging without the manipulatives. All right, number 7. Ralph made this shape below with 3D shapes. What 3D shapes did Ralph use? There's 3 shapes here, friends. Actually, there's only 2 shapes, but there's 3 separate. There's one here at this end on the left, there's one in the middle, and there's one here too, okay? The 2 on the end are the same shape, and the one in the middle is different. So you're just going to write what 2 shapes they are. Number 8, Kirsten had 12 ice cubes. She wants to combine the ice cubes to make an ice sculpture. What 3D shape could Kirsten make with the ice cube? So if you put all those cubes together, what shape would you get? Okay. And it would not be a cube if you were thinking that. It would be something else. Something else. If you put a bunch of cubes together, it would turn into a what? All right, number 9. Ellen uses 2 of the same shape. So 2 of the same shape. So when it says what 2 shapes did Ellen use, they're the same shape to build a bigger shape. Her new figure has 2 flat surfaces and 0 vertices. It has no points. So what 2 shapes did she use and what bigger shape did Ellen build? Okay. If you guys have questions about that, just let me know. Okay. All right. Number 10. Which object could be made with a cone and a cylinder? So there's one object here, A, B, C, or D, that is made from a cylinder and a cone, right? Hopefully you can figure that one out. And that's it for math this week. All right, friends. So we're going to do the last day of Tomas Rivera. Read through it if you need to, and then you're going to be answering the test questions. All right. So if you need to look back at the book to answer some of the questions, that's fine. I just want to make sure that you guys are reading every day, and not only that you're reading every day, but that you're staying up to date with your comprehension. That's answering questions about a story, talking about a story. So these questions are really important to do so that you guys are staying up to date with what we normally do in the classroom. Okay. Alrighty, friends. Well, I hope to see you at 10 a.m. for our Mother's Day craft. If you can't make it, that's totally fine, but I hope you can make it. And this concludes your week of remote learning. We'll get back to it on Monday, and that will be our last week for this packet, believe it or not. So pretty soon I'm going to be talking to your parents about packet drop-off. Parents, if you're listening, that's going to be coming up. I do know that the drop-off is going to happen on the week of May 18th, I believe. I'm not exactly sure the exact date or the time. I will keep you posted as I know the information. I just know that it will be May 18th, and you will be dropping it off at Fine Elementary School. Okay. So, and like I said before, this work is all mandatory. I really hope you guys are doing your best to get it done. But as I spoke with Mr. Honeyman and the other teachers about the rubrics and how we're grading it, it's going to be graded more on an effort level rather than an accuracy level. Now, obviously, I want you guys to try your best, and I want you to answer it correctly if you can, but I'm more so looking for who was working hard at home. This was a really challenging time for everyone, and I know that a lot of your parents might still be working, or there might be other kids in the house. It's a lot to deal with. So the fact that you guys are even sitting down and taking the time to do this work is really what's important to me. And I just want to take this time to say thank you so much, parents, and to any moms who are listening, happy Mother's Day. Thank you so much for all that you've been doing. I know this hasn't been easy, and I just wish you guys all well, and I hope you have a great weekend. Okay, enjoy it.